Good morning on this slightly warmer but now drizzly day on the homestead. I have a full day of chores ahead of me that I need to get done, and I thought it would be fun to bring you guys along with me to do my chores. First up, I need to get some food out for our chicks that hatched yesterday and get our chickens fed and water, and then we're gonna start our chores for the whole entire day. So let's go. First up, we need to get some food for our chickens. During the winter months, I get the higher protein layer feed. This company has a 22% layer feed, and that seems to help my chickens not stop laying through the winter. I'm still getting almost a dozen eggs a day from my chickens. When the weather gets nicer and it's not raining, I'm planning on pulling everything out of the garage, cleaning it really good, and getting it reorganized because I can't function when it's this much of a mess. Their waterer broke, so I need to go to the store and get a new chick waterer for them. And I need to get some more chick food. They'll be okay for today. They don't eat very much when they're first born, but I like to kind of make their food into like a mash. I'll add water to the chick food and it'll be kind of mushy, and then it's easier for them to eat, and it also doesn't make as much of a mess. So I just put a little bit of water in here and let it sit for a few minutes, and it will absorb the water and turn into a mash. I find it saves a lot of food from getting like spilled on the ground by them, and it's easier for them to eat. It works out really, really well. I recommend it. my seedlings out. They need a little bit of rain. I've got cabbages, broccolis. That's all I have in this tray right here. But they've been coming outside, and then I've been bringing them in at night when it's been below freezing. But it's gonna be really nice this week so they can stay outside. I'm gonna go feed the sheep now, and I'm going to rake up some of the hay that they've pulled out of their feeder box and put on the ground because they won't eat the hay on the ground, and use some of that for in my chicken coop. I try really hard not to pay for bedding for my chicken coop because there are so many options to use it just from stuff around the house. You can use grass clippings or leaves. It's just been so rainy this winter that I ended up having to buy a bag of bedding for the chicken coop. Excited. Good morning. All right. Still a lot of work to do in here. Working on it little by little. And eventually we'll get some lighting in here. All right, so I separate my sheep when I feed them. I am giving them some grain through the winter because we really don't have any grass growing. And they're looking a little bit, well, my mister is looking a little bit bony to me. I give him like half a pound. And then I put a big ol' brick in there because he will chow it down super fast and then start choking on it and throwing it up. So I have to make sure he eats really slow. My girls, I'm hoping they're bred. I'm giving them one full scoop. And one full scoop should be about a pound. And once you get into a routine with them, they know which way they're supposed to go, and it is much easier to get them separated for feeding time than when you first start. You're ready to eat. All right, Margot, out. Out you go. Now while they're eating, I'm gonna go move their fence really quick so they can get some fresh grass to eat, check their water while they're all kind of stalled up here and not gonna be able to escape on me. Hi, Margot. Hello. Sugar is the slowest eater. Hey, Sugar. Are you done? You guys needed that, huh? Filling up the sheep's minerals. knock it off the wall this time. The last one I had up, they knocked it right off the wall. Mineral everywhere, and it's not cheap, so hopefully they leave this one up and it doesn't fall down. Repurpose, reuse, recycle, right? I love seeing my happy, pretty sheep. I put up a new mineral box for them the other day, and it lasted, maybe 5 minutes before they knocked it down. So I might need to make one that's like very solid and really screw it into the wall really good so they can't bust it down. So we are just going to add some dry straw on top of these spots where there is manure. Oh man, look at all those eggs back there. Look at all those beautiful eggs back there. It's one of my favorite parts of the day is coming out and getting eggs. But anyways, we are just adding dry straw or whatever it is that we have. Grass, clippings, leaves on top of any of this wet manure. It will compost it down in here, and it also serves a purpose of helping the chickens to stay warm in the wintertime. So the composting creates heat, and that helps chickens stay warm. So this is not going to get cleaned out until real spring is here. We're just having some fake spring right now, and then we'll get fresh bedding in the summer. I normally will clean this out maybe, I don't know, 3 times a year, maybe 4. It really just depends how much it's building up, because if it just gets way too much, I'll clean it out more often. It just really depends. Right now there's 5 chickens sleeping in this coop. I don't know how many are in the other coop. I'd have to add it up, but so it's not a huge load on this coop when it comes to manure. Look at all these pretty eggs. Aren't they pretty? Throw some in the big coop. I am trying so hard to get this big coop done. It is just finding the time to do it and the finances for the materials. It will get done, hopefully, very soon. I have found it comes down to the breed and the food. Last year I was having the same problem as a bunch of people were, where I hadn't gotten a single egg for 4 months from my chickens. I changed their feed to a locally milled feed that's a higher protein for the winter time. Within 2 weeks they started laying again. So this year, once the grass stopped growing and the temperature started to drop, I switched to that higher protein food. It's the same stuff I use during the summertime, just a 22% protein instead of a 16% protein, and that keeps them laying all winter long. And these are also Red Stars are very good. The hybrids, Golden Comets, any of those are really good layers. They're made to lay. They will lay all winter long for me. But I was also getting eggs from my Easter eggers. Not as many, but I was still getting eggs. So food and breed has a big impact on getting eggs all winter long. And I don't use any kind of supplemental light or anything like that. Cats. So that is what a whole day of farm chores looks like for me. Sometimes 2 or 3 spread out, but it's all ideally done in one day. And the chores can change on the time of the year. We're not milking sheep right now, so once we have lambs in the spring, we'll be milking again, and that will be another chore added to our daily in the morning or at night, or both. So thanks for hanging out with me today. It's always fun having your company while I do chores and getting to talk with you, and I will see you next time. Are you stalking me, sir?